this feeling, baby, we're invincible.
Hi guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Rebuilding Notts County. If you are enjoying the save, drop a like on the video, that'd be bloody tremendous. Today, we're starting on the page of Anthony Jones. I know I show him quite a lot, but I do like to sort of dig into how this guy's actually progressed as a 20-year-old playing for Fylde. The fact is, he's got 38 league goals in 74 appearances for them. He's basically, well, I mean, I think he's actually pretty much dead on a goal a game for them. In fact, no, slightly more than that. Sorry, goal every other game. He just really does a great job for them. They wanted to extend the loan, and I was happy to do that, to be honest, because he's doing a bloody fantastic job. I saw something from him out loan at Crewe, and he did well. But for Fylde, I mean, they very nearly got promoted last year. This year, he's having another crack at trying to get them up. I don't think he's been quite as prolific, but he's still a bloody good player for that level anyway. Perhaps he's slightly better than that level. I don't know. But there you go. Also, since it's the start of the week, time to thank new patrons. This week, it is Sam Atkins. Thank you so much for signing up, mate. That is incredibly awesome. And to everybody else over there, just really does mean the world to me that you're actually... there's so many people that you could be patroning, and you chose me, and that's strange, but also I'm incredibly grateful for that. Obviously, we'll move on to comments in a second. There's not going to be as many as usual, which is annoying because I know there's going to be some good ones there. Problem being, the new YouTube studio is not playing nicely with my browser, and they've been forcing you over onto it, and it's been working fine for a little while. But now I can't seem to scroll past a certain point in my comments section, and it is very annoying. So just bear that in mind. I haven't been able to go back as far as I normally do. Desmond Tutu equals #1 county fan. Yeah, I couldn't believe that little spell of matches. There's some very strange things like that. But thankfully, that seems to be behind us currently. Do you think the broken leg will ruin Troffin? As bad as it is to say, and like Adam points out here, he may well have been John Okoro. Those of you that didn't watch or weren't around on the channel last year with Stockport County, we had a right winger called John Okoro. Brilliant young player. Absolutely phenomenal. Tore it up for us in League One. Genuinely, I think he got like 20 assists or something insane. And then he broke his leg. And he barely ever really played for us again. And it was such a shame because I had such high hopes for him. And I feel like Costello Troffin may well have gone the way of the Okoro. He is back in rehab now, so he may be able to play for us towards the end of the season, but my concern is simply that he may well have lost too much quality, and also now, because Issa and Peppo's actually done a reasonably good job at stepping into the role, my concern is that Troffin's not going to be able to come back as our #1 striker. I feel like at the moment, I'd still prefer him over Gonzalo Moya, just because he's our man. But I feel like he's not going to get in the team ahead of Issa and Peppo at the moment, and that might well be a big problem for old Costello. Thankfully, his squad status doesn't think that he will, but it's still a frustrating time for the lad. Right, off-camera games. So fresh after the Wolves game, we played against Liverpool. It was a 4-0 defeat at home. I've kind of got used to the fact that these are just going to be results we're going to get at the moment until we can tighten things up. This was with playing the more defensive approach, as you can see. It just weren't happening. Booty started this one, though, due to the suspensions elsewhere, and actually still put in a fine performance. A chance created and also some key passes in there too. So not the end of the world, but yeah, it wasn't the best day, unfortunately. Dude got one for Liverpool. Sadio Mane scored, and Hani Hafez scored 2 absolute belters from range. So it maybe could have been like a little bit more conservative on the scoreline. Perhaps 2-0 would have been slightly fairer, but still. And then this happened. Notts County 5, Watford 1. This was like that Bournemouth game, basically. It was so similar to the Bournemouth game, except with the fact that we actually weren't going in front. We didn't come from behind against them. But they flew out the traps, had some chances early on, didn't take them. Then, when we got the penalty and Peppo gave us the lead, and that was our first shot of the game. And then, we proceeded to score with our next 3 shots as well. We were 4-0 up with 4 shots on target and 4 shots in total. I've never seen anything like it. David Ferguson was phenomenal in this game as well. First goal of the season. I think he might have scored his first ever goal for us, followed 6 minutes later by his second goal for us. And he also, I believe, was the one that set up Thomas Stepanek for his goal as well. Regan Booty was an absolute god in the midfield, though, with 8 key passes. The guy can still do it. It's proving that to me. Just a lordy performance from us in there. Ricky Griffiths also grabbed a goal. They did get one back to make it 4-1, but in the second half we just pushed forward. This game should never have been 5-1, and it felt so similar to that Bournemouth match. Like, they did still create some decent chances against us. Still had a decent number of long shots, but still, 5-1 is insane. And then our rotated side had a relatively comfortable victory over Grimsby. Ernesto Sassano scored, and then, of course, Oleg Kajakov. Nice to see him scoring his first goal for the club. Booty again running the show from the middle of the field. Dubois will be back relatively soon, though. I think he might have even been available for this game, but we rested players, so that's fine. Gets us through to the next round of the FA Cup, where I think we've got a championship team. But the main thing for me was getting that victory. The victory over Watford, I think, just pushes us that little bit further clear. To be honest, we're now 10 points above the drop zone. Palace have definitely improved as of late, and Southampton have picked up a few more points. Fulham seem to be the ones dropping like a stone, but we're still 10 points above the drop zone with 17 games to go, and still a reasonable amount of games left. We've also scored 32 times this season. Our goal scoring has been massively better. Still one of the worst defences, but we have the 8th best attack, so that really helps. Norwich doing excellently, Watford also doing excellently. Someone said we should scout and try to sign Cedacado if they go down. down. There's no way in hell that Norwich are getting relegated. They're 15 points above the drop zone now. They are quite some team. And also, don't worry, we're going to take a little look at Dude properly in the next episode, because I know a lot of you guys were asking about him, because, let's face it, it's a guy called Dude. But for today, we're going to go away to Southampton. Part of me feels like this is the type of game that we probably might come unstuck in. But given the results we've got against Watford and Bournemouth, I don't think I'd be able to complain that much, unless it was like a proper mugging. But I think we've got enough to go out here and have a crack. So, they are missing a few people. Oh, they've got Jan Dagger Thorsteinsson, the guy from Fulham, and Harvey Elliott, also formerly of Fulham. And they've also got Scott Parker, also formerly of Fulham. So, a couple of little injuries, not ideal. Kazhikov and Perrier both out injured. They're not severe injuries, I don't believe, but nevertheless, they are injuries. Okay, so Dubois actually is still slightly injured. Okay, so that line is fine. Do I go Silla or do we go Booty? Is Booty fresh enough for this? I'm tempted to keep Booty in the team just because he's been playing so well lately, and I feel like him and David Ferguson could do a job here. Like, I can't fault Regan Booty's performance, but I would like to give Silla some chances. As for the back line, I'm going to bring in Drina instead of him, basically. And also, I think Kazhikov deserves to play. Oh, no, he's injured, isn't he? Of course. And Nico Williams isn't back either. We've really got some injury problems. So that's going to be the lineup. Check the bench. We've got, just checking this, we've got 9 injuries in our first team squad. That's more than double any other team right now. Like, honestly, we could be forgiven for losing a game or two at this point. So the bench, Sassano, Akinola, Silla, Griffiths, Walker, Hermanson and Coates, we're really down to bare bones in some places. But we've also kind of earned the opportunity to not have must-win games, technically. But I would like to finish as high as possible. Like, I set the target of 40 points for this season. That's kind of where we want to be aiming for. And we're not even that far off where we were last year. We're only 8 points away from our last year's tally. Here's a fun one for you. The board actually let me pick an affiliate club because I'd forgotten all about that. And then I did pick an affiliate club, and it was all good. And I was like, excellent. It was Uspest. I think I mentioned it in the last episode, in fact. And then the board... Are we just giving away a penalty? Oh, for goodness sake. Okay, off to a flyer there. Kim Gui-hyun has already put us at a disadvantage, and Paolo scores the goal for Southampton. The bottom club lead us from the penalty spot after 6 minutes. Well, we are the comeback kings, to be fair. The amount of times we've come from a goal down this season to take points is actually pretty impressive. We've thrown them away a lot afterwards, but we still got there. But what I was trying to say is the board have now come to me and they again gave me a list of 4 clubs to choose from, and it just completely seemed to ignore the fact that I'd already picked a team. So I don't know what's happening in that, and essentially I've now had to pick a team who are much worse. Stepanek's in, and a good save, and it's still, loose in the box there. Good chance for us, that's better. Well, we've had a couple of half chances so far, but we've given up a penalty and that free kick, which is not ideal, and then immediately loses it again. Djenepo, Yermakov. I actually tried to sign this guy in the summer, but he wanted £88,000 a week. And it turns out only a newly promoted side was able to offer that kind of money. I could have maybe, but I didn't want to be putting a player on that kind of money when I was unsure about his actual quality. Dooku. Djenepo. How is he? Luetti really is not a good left back. They just don't have the height. And I think height is so important on this match engine, particularly for fullbacks. And I think that's why Kazhikov's been so much better than him. Here we go. Have a little run, son. Straight past him like he's not even there. Oh, just white. He's so good. Find Stepanek again. They do like that outball. Goes past 1. Goes past 2. He's going to be coached straight towards the box here, isn't he? It's too deep, and it's a side netting. Yeah, that was poor. He's almost too good at times, to the point where he gets there so far ahead of his teammates that they can't actually get to the goal. Stepanek, oh, nice to see him on the left side this time. I love how they've kept on playing as well. Oh, dear. What's the injury, then? And we'll go with... I'm actually going to go with Ron Coates for the additional dribbling, because we'll probably bring Ricky through the middle. I'm going to up the passing directness a tiny bit, turn that off, and just be a little bit more free with the play. Honestly, right now I'm debating at what point we flip the switch and go to the more aggressive approach. It's just been an absolutely woeful second half performance from us. Oh, good save from Paul. We don't deserve anything from this match. We've created a few little chances here and there, but they're the bottom club, guys. Come on, you're better than this. Newly promoted, bottom of the league, and yet we can't even muster a goal against them. Coatsy, go on, like, no. Well, this has been a shamefully poor performance. I mean, admittedly, without the penalty, it's still a 0-0, but like it's just bad from us. Rarely do we go through a match where we don't score a goal or look vaguely interested in the match. Ferguson does well. Options left and right. Please find one of the options. Coates is in! Oh, Jesus Christ, Ron. Well, I'm going to blame the injuries. That's going to be my excuse for this one. Really piss poor performance. Still defended okay, really, but we just couldn't offer anything going forward on the night, and that really has cost us. Amazingly, the guy that gave away the penalty was probably our best player. Still, really shitty performance, and I'm still going to blame the fact that we had 9 first-team injuries, but that's still not great. Right, we're back. Oh, and it's Hull we've got in the FA Cup. I just had a little gander at it. So, it's Norwich away today. The Southampton game was a bit of a bummer, gotta be honest. I'm willing to try something today, because I heard someone in the comments talking about the fact that when we play, we're just going to... Oh, 3 players doubtful. Well, we're definitely looking better there, I suppose. The idea of having asymmetric strike force. So, having Peppo to one side and then Hansen the other side so that they don't just get in each other's way. Now, I don't know how effective that actually is, and I'm also not entirely sure which way round to have them. Though my best bet, I would imagine, would be to have Peppo on this side because we've not got an attacking winger on this side, and then to have Hansen on this side. That way, Peppo kind of provides us that left-hand side spark, and then Hansen... do a little quick pick there to sort of shuffle things around a little bit. Dubois is back, which is good, but I feel like I'd rather have... oh, my God. I'd still rather have David Ferguson in there than Silla. Gives us a bit more options on the bench. In fact, a lot more options, to be fair. That's a bit more like it. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that for the bench. So Cesano, Luetti, Silla, Moya, Dorina, Booty, and Griffiths. It'd be nice to get Silla off the bench. I just want to try something slightly different today. Plus, Dubois and Ferguson have got that partnership to work on. It's just a theory. One of the things I always find weird is my assistant constantly wants me to tightly mark centre-backs, and I don't really understand why. And maybe it's a bad idea to try something like this out in a game like this, but I just feel like I want to try it. But to be honest, I just want to see something better than we saw against Southampton. I think having a stronger team out there is definitely going to help us with that. Thankfully, results elsewhere meant... oh, good save. Really? I mean, look at the start they've made. Don't know where all these shots have actually come from, but they have got them nevertheless. Guajardo, lots of room for him. Oh, come on! Seriously? That's the second time today that we've had someone pull up almost in that exact... Our injuries, man. This is really bad this season. Go on, use that wide play. There we go. Get Kim into the game. Pulls it back for Ferguson. Can he find someone? Finds Kazhikov. He's in. Blocked in Peppo. And it's a good strike by Hansen, but not quite good enough. Well played. Kazhikov does brilliantly. And Peppo. Spread it. Finds Stepanek. Loads of players through the middle. Hansen is one of them. He's in. And it's a poor effort from Hansen. Should be doing better there. This is all the hallmarks of one of those matches. Where they're consistently getting into those positions that normally we don't allow them to... Fucking hell, man. Like... corners seem to be way more potent for opponent teams now. Oh my God. Now, obviously, I'm not saying that we come here expecting to win, but, like, what's happening? I'm going to move the tactic back again, because I don't know if that's the... I mean, it's almost certainly nothing to do with that, but at the end of the day, we look appalling. Keep spreading that play. Dubois and Peppo. That's a bit more like it from us. Cesaro, lovely stuff here. Hansen! Oh, really nice football. Barco, go on, lads. Put a tackle in. No, go on, Dubois. Finds him Peppo. Good first touch. He's going to shoot from stupid angle, isn't it? What are you doing? Cesano's ball. Cleared away. Silla's on it. Back for Silla again. Dubois. Just finding to find an opening, really. That's the issue. Dong. And he's been fouled on the edge of the box. And Saavedra's gone. He's going to be gone. Oh. Of course he's not. That would be ridiculous, wouldn't it? Cut out by Dubois again. Huge breakaway on now. Stepanek. He's got the pace to get in on this. He's surely going to find the shot. He does. Griffiths. No. Oh. Well, it basically just looks like the Southampton game again. And Peppo. Anyone want to get in the box with him? Silla. Oh, frick is going on. Cesano. Dubois. Oh, wow. I think perhaps Dubois not being back to full fitness. There's every sort of... I don't know. Get in there. Oh, for crying out loud. Even when they're favourites for it, they seem to miss it. I mean, there's just been two absolutely pitiful performances where they seem to be completely devoid of any attacking intent. Almost overnight, they just seem to have clicked and they've stopped actually being able to play. And not only that, it's like last season where I was just getting sick of every game. They would just concede so many shots and you'd never see the bastards. But they were never long shots or chances, but I don't know. But they just go in because you concede so many of them. Yeah, we seem to have stopped that, and now we're back to it again. I don't know. Oh, good. Francisco Guajardo is going to be out for 4 to 5 weeks. Perfect. We have been getting absolutely stiffed by injuries this season. It's really been costing us, considering our intensity, for the most part, is probably even slightly less than it was before. But it has really not turned out to be a good season for us so far. So, we're still 9 points above the drop zone, and that's fine. But we can't keep playing like this because it's utter garbage. Next episode... I might come back and do a single live con with Bournemouth because Manchester United and Manchester City games are just going to be another 4-1, 4-0 defeat, basically, because that's how it goes. But in between there, you know, Wolves at home isn't going to be easy either. Leicester away is not going to be easy either. Bournemouth at home is our next sort of massively winnable match, really. So we need to make sure we make the most of that, to be honest. So, if you've enjoyed this episode, in spite of the 2 pitiful 1-0 defeats, drop a like on the video, that would be tremendous. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, that'd be awesome as well. And as always, hold your gun, capybara. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.